You want to work less one-on-ones without sacrificing the money or the impact. I have the answer for you, and I can speak from experience. I want to talk about the benefits of course creation. When you create a course, you have the opportunity to become an authority in your space of nutrition. For example, sports performance, pregnancy, weight neutrality, weight loss, diabetes management, whatever your area of expertise is, creating a course positions you as the leading source of information when it comes to nutrition. And that is part of what we do as dietitians, right? We want to build our thought leadership, and we want to help people by offering them services and products that can transform them and solve their problems. Another great aspect about course creation is that you can create accessible price points. So we all get to that point with one-on-one where we've reached our limit, we can't see any more people. You might not ethically want to increase your pricing. So creating a course allows you the opportunity to increase your price and then have something people can pay for at a much lower rate. So you have a way of serving more people. So what that means is if someone's not ready yet for your coaching services, or if you increase your price point and you let people know that you understand if and when they're not ready yet for your higher paid coaching services, they can start with your course. And it actually helps you build out a pretty robust funnel. So if you have people start with your course, and then if and when they're interested to working with you one-on-one, that's a really good way of offering multiple things to people to help them along their journey. Because private coaching, well, it's not for everybody. Not everybody can afford it, and not everybody is ready. If you remember that stages of change model, not everybody's going to be at the action stage. And so you can qualify them on your application for coaching, and if they're not yet really ready based on your standards, you can send them to your course. And then that way you're going to be happier when you're working with the clients who you've decided to engage in a relationship because they've indicated that they're fully ready to get started. Creating a course can help you leverage your experience. So we're all educators as dietitians, so whatever topic you want to package, it helps you help more people and create more impact. And ultimately, that's what we want to do. And I hear from a lot of our clients saying, oh, I'm just so glad I don't have to repeat myself, and that's why I want to create a course. And that is one benefit. So if you have your information packaged, it's a way for you to give your packaged digital content in an accessible form to clients. But I don't want you to think that doesn't mean you're never going to repeat those concepts, because people learn through different experiences, and repetition is how people grasp concepts. So you might reference your course, but you're probably still going to get a lot of similar questions from your clients. So keep that in mind. Yes, it can help you have information that people can access, but they're not going to stop asking you those common questions. Ultimately, courses can help you get more leads, because if you have a lower priced course compared to your other services like coaching, you can build a funnel, a simple funnel to get people to buy your course. And then, like I mentioned, you can upsell them into coaching and have a system for qualifying those leads, which means that you have an application process, and based on how they filled out the application, they might be ready or not yet ready to work with you or someone on your team. So you can really build a robust practice, whether you've got a solo practice and it's just you, or you have a team practice, and then you have a whole system in place based on where people go and their stage of readiness based on their behaviors. Not all courses are created equal. There are hybrid courses, which might involve some one-on-one or some group calls. There are mini courses, which I'm a big fan of for your first course. It's typically where you package a course in under an hour, and you give people 3 different main modules, and then under those modules you've got a few topics. So the modules are not necessarily robust, but you're sharing 3 different topics to help get a concept across. For example, what are macro and micronutrients? So the basics of nutrition, and then you might throw in some recipes and discuss the basics of meal planning. That would be a really simple, basic 101 course for you to create. And so a mini course is usually priced at $98. It has no one-on-one from you and no bells and whistles, but you're really creating that bare bones product, and you're not overdoing it. And I think that's a good way to get started with a course. So you can build up to creating a more robust course, but not until you get feedback from clients based on your existing course, from people who are purchasing your course. And then you also know that your course is making sales, right? Because a lot of us want to perfect a process before we've actually done it, but you can't improve your course until you've actually made sales. So the real focus is getting sales and making sure people are purchasing your course before you go on and make that signature course, that robust, long 5-hour course that takes time to codify. And then there's virtual courses. So you can absolutely create in-person courses. I used to teach and create in-person courses. I created 70 courses in person. That's 7-0. So 4 years of academic curriculum. I taught nutrition to medical residents, to dental residents and pediatric residents for 4 academic years, with medical residents, pediatric residents, and dental residents. So I did a lot of created and taught many different courses, and they were all in person. And the moment that I created my first virtual course, I already knew the components, the basic principles of course design, of what's called instructional design. I'm self-taught, so then I easily was able to just package that information and learn some of the technology to make my course materials available on the internet. So keep in mind that there are different ways that you can deliver the course. You don't have to create an online course. You can start with teaching a course in your local community, which is actually a fabulous idea if you're just getting started. And I think that practicing your presentation skills is a good way to build your confidence and get some feedback. You can scale your course in 3 steps. Now, for scaling, I am talking about an online course because you can't really scale an in-person course, because an online course you can sell it in an infinite amount of times, and for an in-person course, that's not really the case, right? Because you're still trading time for money. Now, you're leveraging yourself very well if you're teaching to multiple people, but you can't scale that. So for purposes of today's example, I'm talking about scaling your virtual course in 3 steps. Number 1, get feedback. Make sure your course is effective. You can ask some simple questions in a survey, and if people aren't filling out the survey, it's an opportunity for you to step in and build more impactful relationships, have conversations, make sure that you're sending emails and you have nurture sequence for people who purchased your course. It doesn't hurt to just go ahead and send out an additional email and check in on your clients. And at the beginning phase of course creation, you might have a little more time on your hands to do that until you're at a different stage of business and then you have a team and more processes in order. So having that high touch, reaching out to clients and having some emails automated and sent to them to check in on them is a good idea. You can automate your course, and you can do so with having digital certificates. So once they complete the course, there's a trigger set up, a workflow where they automatically get a certificate, or you can auto-populate quizzes. You can also schedule some automated email sequences. So all of those aspects are a little bit more intermediate. You definitely need to have a little bit of automation to start, but I would say you can build on the automation as you get more feedback. The most important thing with a course, number 1, is you gotta sell it. And number 2, you gotta get feedback. So if you don't know how people are perceiving the course and you can't get quantifiable feedback, you're gonna have a really hard time improving your efforts to then get more sales. Automating a course requires you, with time, to identify areas, maybe make a list and identify what you can automate and identify any manual steps in your process of course creation and selling your course, and find out ways to systematize. Now, it's going to take some time to do that, but if and when you are able to do that, you're going to have a better chance of scaling, and you're going to manage your resources better by using technology. Part of that, for example, would be scheduling some automated email sequences. That's a really great way to use automation for your course. You might also have some strategies for your launch in place that will require even more automated email sequences, webinars, joint webinars, etc. And so you want to always think about looking for opportunities to add automation into your process. The third way to scale your course would be to automate emails. So I mentioned that in terms of automating the actual course because emails are part of it. So there's 2 ways that you've got emails. You've got marketing emails, and that's automating your efforts to, let's say, get people to purchase the course from your email list. So that means active subscribers are getting emails. And then there's also emails that you send to people who are paying customers. So course buyers are going to get a different set of emails, and you're going to tag them on the back end of your email service provider system. And so course purchasers are going to get emails about updates with the course. How are you progressing with the course? Do you have any feedback? Are you interested in purchasing a one-on-one session or a small package or whatever it is you're upselling? So these 2 different systems of your marketing emails and your client emails, it's important to have a system in place for both. And yes, you want to automate those sequences, but you're always going to want to optimize them. Look at your metrics, look at the conversion rates, how many people are clicking, how many people are opening your emails, how many people are taking the actions that you've asked them to take from your email marketing efforts. The thing with course creation and the thing with passive income is that you will need to focus more on tech as you're starting to make more sales, and you're going to need to focus a lot more on email marketing versus if you're focusing on coaching and you have a lower volume of people and you might not need as robust of email systems. Now, email marketing is good for everybody, but the intricacies of tagging and creating systems in email marketing is super important when it comes to any passive income, whether that's course creation, templates, or even memberships, which are considered leveraged income. Scaling your dietitian business by creating courses is an amazing option for alternative revenue streams that anybody can add. Whether you're a solo practitioner, whether you're doing this part-time, or you're a group practice owner, you can create courses that will help boost sales and even get leads into the door, because maybe people wouldn't have made that purchase otherwise because your only purchase was a lot higher for your staff in terms of coaching. If you like this video, I want you to check out this next video on screen. And if you yourself are interested in course creation to grow your business and create alternative revenue streams, I want you to check out the link below. Our free webinar talks about the 2 secrets to starting and growing your dietitian private practice with an emphasis on digital products. Now, I will invite you to join our membership, which will show you my signature roadmap to growing your business, templates to speed up the process of growing your business, and support from me and my staff in addition to live training. So in our membership, the Academy, you get continuing education credits, and you get the support that you need to grow your business using digital marketing strategies. We'll see you next time.